So good Sunday afternoon to you. One more time, it is 4:19 p.m. and I want to take a look at what is going to happen through the evening into the overnight because that has changed a lot with the weather that has come through this afternoon with this. So I want to take a look at that. But first, I cannot say enough about this evolving situation down to the south. This has persisted now for several minutes, and so this has really made me want to hurry up and jump back on the live stream. So I am talking down here about the Greenwood Lockwood area where we have had an ongoing thunderstorm. Greenfield Lockwood, I'm sorry. We've had an ongoing thunderstorm for the last few minutes, and then we've had a severe thunderstorm warning now upgraded to an extremely dangerous situation. And the reason for that is these winds. And I want to go ahead and pull velocity up here, where I have been seeing for the last 10 or 15 minutes upwards of 70-mile-per-hour winds. I have seen some 80-mile-per-hour winds, and I've seen the occasional 90-mile-per-hour winds. I do believe that the last statement out did tell us about some 80-mile-per-hour winds confirmed by law enforcement in the area. So cannot say enough about this. This is an extremely dangerous situation. So I want to go ahead and point out strongest winds right now look like they're coming into the 160 highway area here. This is going to be north of Everton. Here is O Highway. Like I say, these are upwards of 80. There could be some 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Plenty of damage reports finding their way to me about power lines all over the place around the Lockwood area after several power surges. So definitely dangerous situation evolving for you folks down there. And that could go on further up north of 160. Here is the junction with 245. Here is EE. EE intersects with 160 right here. So this is the area that we need to pay attention to for the next little bit, evolving over here, eventually towards Walnut Grove, Phoenix, Ash Grove, this area. So dangerous situation. Go ahead and send alerts, messages, whatever you can to people down here in this area. Go ahead and be taking all of your storm precautions, just like you would with a tornado warning. You want to be in something interior on the lowest level with 90-mile-per-hour winds sailing around outside. So sorry to see that developing kind of as a late breaking this afternoon. After, as far as the rest of the region, things have pretty much cleared out, but they have continued to fire down here toward the southeast. So we will keep an eye on that. What I wanted to go ahead and show you, though, was what takes place now, or what I think will take place now for the afternoon and the evening, because I've been telling you how contingent everything that comes in tonight is on what happens today. And, I think yes and no has been the answer to that. So the atmosphere is very worked over. If there were storms coming in within the next 5 to 6 hours, I wouldn't give them a chance. But I don't think that's going to be the case. The timeline is slowing down significantly. And so this is what I want to go ahead and show you. Things are going to push off now down to the south and the east like they have been. And so I'm going to move up to about midnight tonight. And I saw this cropping up during one of my earlier live streams, and I was like, well, that's new. But this is what's going to happen is we're going to have a west to east storm orientation tonight as this next round of showers and thunderstorms evolves. And so I'm already up to between 2 and 3 a.m. So at that hour, out in front, once again, in the Kansas City area between 2 and 3 a.m., I do see these little showers and thunderstorms picking back up. So we do have possibly some thunder boomers overnight south of Kansas City and over here into west central Missouri. And these are about on track with what we had been talking about. Watch how these sag off to the south, right? I don't know that there'll be too much of anything. But through the later morning hours, here's 7 a.m., now across east central Kansas and west central Missouri and up to the northwest, I see this round of showers and thunderstorms. And the news with this is the instability is there. It's not like some things that we have seen today, but as this progresses, I'm looking for areas of instability to maybe be I-70 and north, but that does not mean that really the whole region, east central Kansas and west central Missouri, sees showers and thunderstorms. I'm up to about 10 a.m. now. There's 11 o'clock, noon, 1, 2, 3, When do the storms leave? I don't know, because here's 3, 4 p.m. I think Joplin gets to play too. So what am I up to now? 4. There is about 5 p.m. And I think we are seeing thunderstorms regenerate again. These could be from Butler to Eldo, down through Joplin, down towards Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, as you can see. So several rounds depending where you are. And then as we go into the overnight, I do see yet another cluster descending through Kansas City. So it is a stormy Monday. Just about anywhere that you are in the forecast area. Latest data making me think that, severe weather, we're going to be looking up north of I-70 perhaps tomorrow in the later morning hours, but I wouldn't rule out any of this for some robust thunderstorms possibly reaching severe level, but I bet we have quite a few special weather statements. The primary threat would again be strong winds, and we will have heavy downpours with all of this as well. So I don't want to not ever put up the severe weather outlook. This is updated now for the rest of today into tomorrow. And so that 2 out of 5, that slight risk will be the yellow again, picking up absolutely all of the forecast area into your Monday morning for all of the reasons that I just showed you. So before I hop off here, let's go back down here and take a look again. This has really just turned into a disaster down here for these guys. I'm sorry to see this, and I just don't even have good news now with these radar returns. I am seeing 90 plus. Radar indicated possible 100 mile per hour winds. It may not be quite that. It may be, though. And some areas where I'm even seeing possibly over 100 mile per hour winds. So we really need to be paying attention and keeping these folks in your thoughts down there. There's going to be very significant damage with this particular storm. So what else am I seeing with this? There is significant hail behind it as well. So these exact same areas that have dealt with approaching 100 mile per hour winds are going to see significant hail next to that as well. And so that is headed right now, all of this south and east. This is going to put it crossing FF Highway, headed here towards Ash Grove. So heads up for sure. I hope everybody is in their safe spaces down in this area right now. And it's taking its time too. The wind right now has passed over Everton. And again, just with like the same as the hail, here is FF. Here's County Road 162. These 100 mile per hour winds, if they are there, that's where they are. County Road 162, County Road 241. So if these areas mean anything to you, here's a new scan. So they have just left there, and I see West Farm Road. So, man, hopefully that's a good sign, and there's just not too much out there in the way of structures. I don't know. Not my primary area there. West Farm Road 84, North Farm Road 33 for those 80 mile per hour winds. Looks like behind that I still see some possibly approaching 100 mile per hour winds. West Farm Road 74. And this is all now missing Ash Grove, the strongest of the wind, just to the south in the west, it looks like to me. So headed over here towards the conservation area. Heads up if you are along, this is F Highway, and I'm not sure, I think that's F Highway headed south. I'm not sure about that. There's T Highway, F and T, maybe. I'm not exactly sure there what that means, but this is the area that I would give a strong heads up to. T Highway, I guess it is. Here it is continuing to the east. So North Farm Road 45 and Farm Road 39. So I hope that that gives you a heads up if you have people down in that area. I mean, this is that was not foreseen today. It's definitely possible in this environment, but I was really hoping we wouldn't have something like this hang together for especially this long. Look at this afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on this area for sure, headed eventually over toward the Springfield area as well. So in fact, here we go. As I say that, we do have a new warning out right now. Continued caution for extremely dangerous situation. Let's see what information they have. It might be new. So we're still talking. Law enforcement reports trees are down across Highway 160 along the Greene and Dade County border. What else do we have? These are destructive storms for 80 mile per hour winds. I think we have seen more of that. Yeah, okay. So Interstate 44 between mile markers 64 and 90. So great information there, but this is now extended out for the next 46 minutes. So this one is going to go until 5:15 p.m. So this is going to pick up Springfield all the way to the other side of Springfield out toward Oak Grove, down toward Sparta and Highlandville. So for a very dangerous storm that is coming your way. Is there any good signs before I hop off the live stream here? I don't see it. So we're going to look for a big path of danger of storm reports, and I was hearing some not so good news out of Lockwood a few minutes ago for sure. So we will keep an eye on that. Rest of the area off to the north and especially off to the west looking clear. So I think it's going to be between 3 a.m. and 10 a.m. for our next round of thunderstorm activity for the majority of our area. But I will certainly be keeping an eye on that. We'll check data later again this evening, and I'll keep you posted. I appreciate you joining me as always. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.